Hello, and thank you for your concern about what God is doing here in Jaco Beach, Costa Rica. My name is David Knapp, and my family and I have been here for 3 years so far, working full-time in church planning and other things God has put in our path. We'd like to take the next few minutes to share with you a little bit about the great things God's doing and some of the lives that He has radically changed throughout this past 3 years. Many of you have heard of the community known as Quebrada Seca here in Jaco. Before, people were afraid to enter this community because of the drugs and violence that once ruled this neighborhood. Now, because of the difference Jesus has made in the hearts and lives of the people, it has become a much different place. Before, less than 10% of the children of this community were attending school. Because of your giving, Radical Life Ministries has been able to purchase each child a school uniform, a backpack, and school materials to go to school. Now, nearly all of them are in school and doing well in their studies. Before, the sound of gunshots were commonly heard. Now, the children sing songs they have learned at the Bible Club each Saturday morning. Before, neighbors fought with one another. Now, they share and help one another and even attend the same church. God has certainly brought about radical transformation of this community. We want to share with you a program founded in partnership with Radical Life Ministries. This program is called Puentes de Esperanza, which means in Spanish, Bridges of Hope. Bridges of Hope is a discipleship program that begins each day with a Bible lesson and prayer. The participants are learning how to be followers of Christ and also receive training in a specific job skill. Each participant is required to stay in school, held accountable for their grades, and are provided tutoring as needed. The proceeds from each product goes towards paying each participant an hourly wage and towards providing scholarships to those who desire to further their education. This furniture and other wood products are made in Jaco. Each piece of wood is handcrafted from locally harvested teak. Every item is rubbed with a natural oil finish that brings out the wood's natural beauty. Fernando Pinheiro is the director of Bridges of Hope, who spends 5 days a week working with these young men.
They had a completely different life. They have a life without opportunities to grow. Every day I have to teach them new things, and every day they learn new things, and every day they learn new attitudes. What they are learning here is the first one and the most important is the love of God for them. They can see that God is giving them the opportunity to receive this and to feel that this love that God is giving to them. I can do it because I receive the love of God every day, and I know that I need to share this with them.
Please pray for Fernando as he leads these young men and that they would be strengthened in their walk with Christ. Also, pray as we seek to develop a similar discipleship program for young women within Bridges of Hope. This is Juan Alexis. He never knew his mother. and his father died when he was very young. Later in life, he became a musician and played with some of the most famous musical groups of Costa Rica. The many late-night parties, combined with the pain he carried in his heart, eventually led him to drug abuse. He became addicted to crack cocaine, and in a short time lost all that he had. Juan Alexis lived on the streets of San Jose until one day he admitted himself into a drug rehabilitation center. After his treatment, he met Jesus at church and began a process of radical transformation in his life.
Bueno, mi vida antes de conocer a Jesús era totalmente extraviada. O sea, no sabía para dónde iba, no podía solucionar mis problemas, no podía dejar de pensar en mi problemática de adicción, en mi problemática de personalidad. No podía perdonar ni perdonarme. O sea, era como un infierno. ¡Wow! Totalmente diferente. Diferente, todo es luz, todo es claridad, todo es color. La vida misma tiene sentido. No, es lo opuesto totalmente. Creo que yo en mi vida pasada vivía en el infierno y ahora estoy en el cielo, solamente por la gracia de Dios. Because he lives, I confess tomorrow. Because he lives, all finished gone. Because I know he knows the future. Our life is worth the living just because he lives.
In June 2007, God answered our prayers and we were able to have our first church service for Radical Church. Since then, God has blessed us to the point that we consistently have 2 packed services that minister to more than 150 people each weekend. We rented an extra space for the children's ministry, but still need more room. During 2009, we installed 40 new members and are training the first deacons. We are so thankful for the great things that God is doing in the lives of the people of Radical Church and the impact they're having on the entire community. Please continue to pray for Radical Church for God's direction as we make disciples and train leaders. We also praise God for bringing Rebecca Olson to help direct the after-school program at the Rancho Biblico. Please pray for this new ministry and that the children would have success in their studies. Also, please pray for Fernando and Jessica as they continue to lead the youth and for Fernando as he directs the Bridges of Hope program. This year, our goal is to locate and purchase land that will be the future home of Radical Church in Jaco. Please pray and consider how God would use you to help Radical Church purchase this land. On behalf of Radical Life Ministries, thank you for your prayers and support that enable us to live a radical life for Christ in Jaco, Costa Rica.